everyone, Happy New Year! This video is about my own IELTS experience and my IELTS preparation. If you would like to get tips on how I achieved my Band 8 IELTS score, please keep on watching. So guys, I finally got my IELTS result. I took my exam on December 18, 2020 and I got it, I think, 1 week or 5 to 6 days after. And I didn't make the video right after because holidays and all got so busy. And I took my exam at IDP in Sharjah, and I would like to share with you my results. So this is for a total band score of 8. So I honestly like to make this video in my own native language to help my Filipino IELTS examiners, but then I would like also to share this with other nationalities and all those who intend to take the IELTS exam all over the world. So self-review tip number 1. This is actually this is on my own experience only. It's like it's up to you if you guys would like to take it, but okay. Tip number 1 is to set your IELTS exam date. For me, this is a bit important because I'd like to just delay my exam, and I actually planned an exam in November, but then I ended up taking it in December because I keep on delaying it. So my tip number 1 is to set your exam date. So I set my exam date 1 month from the date of my registration. So that time I'm giving myself a month to review for my IELTS exam. So and a good tip on this is that when you enroll on an IDP exam, they're gonna give you a free one basic course. It's either you have to choose the listening, speaking, reading, or writing. So you have you can choose one among the 4 options on what would be the free course that they can give you. I personally selected writing, but then I didn't actually ended up using it because I got so busy. Tip number 2. I highly advise you guys to download Spotify. First of all, this is not a paid advertisement by Spotify, but I really love this app. I have been a user of Spotify for so many years now, and for those who are not familiar, Spotify has 2 options. So you can use it as a free application, but with ads in it, and a premium account. As I mentioned, I've been using it for a while. I am having a premium account. So the good thing about this is you can listen to podcasts related to IELTS. So I've been listening to IELTS podcast by Worthington and IELTS Everest, I think. But I'm going to be putting the podcasts in the description box below. The good thing about Spotify is that it will kick off your IELTS review. So since I am so my work is so busy, I use Spotify whenever I'm on the way to work. So I listen for speaking exams, reading tips, using the podcast. So not only does it help you with your IELTS practice test, it's like listening, doing your IELTS listening exam, and it'll also help you learn about the other tips on the other courses, or like the other types of exams. And IELTS, I use it like all the time. Whenever I'm free at work, I'm on the way to work, I'm going home from work, I always use Spotify, and it really helped me a lot on my exam. And by the way, I got an IELTS 9. So I think Spotify really pays off. Tip number 3 is to refresh your vocabulary. I think this is very important. It will be very useful in your speaking exam and your written exam. And I'm lucky enough that I'm working in the Middle East, so we usually converse in English here. But also, since I came across a free Cambridge IELTS book, and there's like a refresher vocabulary, something on it, I downloaded it. So while going to work, as I mentioned, I'm listening to Spotify, and I'm browsing as well this vocabulary, basic vocabulary to refresh my memory. And also, I think it pays off well during my exam. So, and another tip is because I'm really so much into K-dramas and all. So, the 1 month after I booked my IELTS exam, I moved away from K-dramas and I started watching English movies, so I can also get familiar with all those conversational English in the movies. Tip number 4. The next tip is the best friend of all self-reviewers like me. So I highly encourage you to watch YouTube videos like this. So YouTube videos really helped me a lot during my IELTS self-review. So I mostly watch E2 IELTS, specifically IELTS with J, and Fastrack with Asia. And I also listen to IELTS Liz. These 3 YouTube vloggers or YouTube instructors really helped me a lot during my IELTS self-review. And also IELTS Liz has her own website, and there's also free exams practice test and also some basic IELTS lessons that you can read through before doing your practice test. Also, Fastrack by Asia, she has a downloadable IELTS starter kit or IELTS preparation kit where she will provide you the list of things to do in preparation for your IELTS review and IELTS exam. And also IELTS E2 IELTS is really a good thing. There's a lot of lessons and practice exams in there, and usually it's a recorded Zoom video of their classes, and they're sharing it to everyone for free. I'm gonna be sharing you their YouTube channel links on the description box below. Tip number 5, and the most important tip of all, is to do a practice test. Practice. I cannot stress this enough. This is how my other IELTS examiner friend also did. Practice, just keep on practicing as many practice tests as you can. And also, because let's say you have a hectic schedule like me, I usually take 1 IELTS exam a day, but usually this is for the 30 minutes exam. Or I usually do my practice tests in reading and in speaking on the weekdays when I get so tired from work, and then I take my IELTS reading and my IELTS writing on weekends. So I had 3 weekends to practice those. So the weekdays I listen to lessons about reading and writing, and I do the practical test on the weekends. And after I give you all the tips, I'm gonna be also sharing with you the actual questions I got during my speaking exam. I wanted to make a separate video of this, but then I just wanted to make a bonus in the end. And as I've mentioned previously, I'm gonna give you the actual questions I got during my IELTS speaking exam last December 18, 2020. So in my part 2, I got the question, what do you occasionally do that is a bit expensive? The examiner will give you a sheet of paper and a pencil, and they will give you 1 minute to prepare your answers for this exam. And actually, honestly, the 1 minute is so fast that I barely put my thoughts together that I didn't know it was about to start. So one of the IELTS lessons that I got is to put a bullet points and all the important details that you want to say to answer the question. But honestly, when I did my IELTS speaking exam, I only got to write 2 bullet points, I think. And that's it. You have to speak for straight 2 minutes. That I didn't know I could actually speak for straight 2 minutes, because the speaker keeps on looking at the timer, and I feel so conscious that I would just keep on blabbering, and honestly I don't know what to say. And I got an IELTS speaking score of 7, by the way. My speaking part 3 exam is actually very tough. It's one question after the other, and I feel like my speaking exam took probably 20 to 30 minutes, and it's really so long that I keep on getting questions one after the other. So the sample questions I got, like for example, do you want to live in a society where men and women have the same amount of money? So would you like to live in that society? Another question is, do you think men and women like to spend on expensive things? Another question that I actually came across during my IELTS review is the question, what type of clothes do you normally wear? And then a follow-up question for this will be, do you have a different clothes for weekday and weekend? So guys, if you have any more questions or any content suggestions, please feel free to leave a message on the comment box below. And if you find this video helpful, I would like you guys to please like and subscribe in my YouTube channel, and I'll see you on my next vid. Bye!